LaHaIna. This is Talk Story, the longest-running talk show on Maui. And I am very happy to have my friend Sharon Kendricks.
Yeah.
And her husband, Rock Kendricks, is a sweetheart, and I just love his work. He's one of the great, great saxophone players. And Shelley's, with her passion for wanting to help young singers, put together this amazing event last year. And it's Sing It. And last year I was there, and I was so blown away, Shelley, by the talent.
It's amazing Maui.
It was unbelievable how talented these young people are. I think partly because we're blessed to have some good schools, and people have gone to MAPA, and it's really developed. I mean, you could see the young people who had been able to develop their talent,
right,
to the point where they weren't afraid of getting up and singing. So
yeah, there's such a good support structure here for that.
That's
for
true.
The arts.
It's true. We're lucky and very blessed that, because I think it's one of the most important things young people can have. So the big day is this Saturday. We've been talking about it, but the actual event is this Saturday at LahaIna Cannery Mall from 3 to 5. The hardest part was picking people. And you asked for entries, and people actually emailed you a video.
Yeah, we got a lot of videos, and the hardest part is having to narrow it down to the final 10. So that it's really hard,
It is.
It was hard. But we did. We had to do it, and unfortunately, but we got a great 10 competitors, and it's going to be awesome entertainment on top of the excitement of the competition itself. So,
I was almost going to ask you the names because it's hard when you try to decide. I think last year we went through a process and actually had almost so many people came out, right? Mm-hmm. And then we had to go through that, and then you had to go through it again and narrow it down to the last group of people. So this year's a little different because it's later in the day. Was it 3 to 5 last year as well?
It was 2:30 to 5:30 last year, and we had 20 contestants, and we just found it was a little too long, and so we had to made it shorter. We would take everybody if we could.
I know.
It would just be a really long event.
I know.
So,
yeah. So what were you looking for when you chose 10 people to be the finalists to appear this Saturday?
Well, that's a good question. That's a tough one. Well, you look for just how comfortable they are in performing, how natural they are, how... well, they hit pitch,
that's
hitting
important.
Pitch,
no,
and,
that's very important, yeah.
Just the overall presentation. And which is, well, like I said, it was really hard.
It was interesting last year. It was so interesting because out of the 20, I think there was a song that was sung 3 times by 3 different contestants.
Oh, yeah.
And every year there's the song, right?
Yeah, the Disney songs are really,
they're very popular.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are the ones they're watching that they want to, kind of embrace? And it sometimes has to do with what's a popular movie or things like that. Did you find there were popular songs this year?
This year there was quite a variety.
Was it?
And I think it'll make the show really good because I think there were 3 guys, 3 guys and 7 girls. So last year, how many guys? I think we only had a couple. It's always tough to get the guys in there.
But the winner was a very talented young man.
Yes. Yeah. He was 3rd.
I think he was 12 or 13. He was young.
Yeah, he was awesome.
And he was.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this Saturday, we want to invite everyone to come on out. I'm going to be emceeing. Jack Gist and Gina Martinelli and
Mitch
Kappa are going to be judges. And is that it for judges, or is there one more?
That's it.
That's it. And of course, Rock is going to be out there too.
He's going to be doing the sound, making sure all that runs well.
Because there is, it was interesting last year how people did sound. A couple of people had their own instruments.
Yes.
And they played their own instruments, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people just had their music tracks on a phone,
right,
or something.
Yeah,
right?
there'll be a few, I think, that'll be playing ukulele or guitar. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing how talented, that some had keyboards, and I think most of them will either have the backing tracks or guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is there's a couple of reasons why you really want to come out and support this. Number one, you're going to see talent that's going to blow you away. It's not like where you go and go, oh, well, we have to applaud because they're trying hard. It's not like that at all. I mean, you're going to get out there, and you're going to see and go, oh my gosh, these young people are mind-blowing so good,
You get chicken skin the
Oh,
whole time.
Yeah, no,
it's
absolutely.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really, truly a wow moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so, this is really, truly, for these people, a big, big moment. For these people, I'm sure you got that when you called the 10 finalists to tell them. I bet they were really excited,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
I mean, just even getting to that point to be recognized as a finalist is a big deal.
Right. Yeah. And the courage it takes to do the competition, it's a lot. So, and
It does, because it's one thing to do a few takes, or for some people, lots of takes to get the video. You can do it and do it and do it. Mm-hmm. Do most people just do it with their phones? Does it look like they're just recording with their phones and doing it and sending it that way?
I think so.
It's the easiest way to do it,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can do it over if you haven't.
Yeah, and everybody did really well. I mean, the videos were all great. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
So
So
it was good.
they get to pick their own song, and
Yes.
they get to sing their song.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, my gosh, the prizes on this, Shelley, $1,000. $1,000 for first place is a really great prize.
Yeah.
I want to thank the people at LahaIna Cannery Mall, because there's people rehearsing this week, right?
Yes. Yeah, they will be. Yeah. So,
because it's their big moment and everything.
yeah,
So
LahaIna Cannery really likes to support the community and the arts and the young people. So it's a great event
that's
for that.
very, very, very true. And for these people, they're going to have their own little cheering section. No, they do. They bring their family,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And they're people that really will support them. Does that make a difference, do you think? Do you think people coming... I know last year it did.
Mm-hmm.
I know last year we really could tell the audience would really get behind. It wasn't like you'd ever hear silence. Everyone got applause, but some of the people were like super, super supportive.
Yeah, I think some people probably brought entourages, which
Yes.
is great.
Some
So
did, yes.
Bring your entourage.
Bring your entourage, bring your
Yeah.
family, bring
Yes.
your tutus, bring
Yes.
your friends. Yeah.
It makes it even better. So, yeah, it was great. Last year, and we expect it'll be great on Saturday too. So
I'm glad I'm
looking
not
forward to it.
judging again.
Oh yeah,
No, because it was hard.
it's really hard. Yeah,
And just like you had people that didn't make it, but they were very talented, and you want to support them and not break
Yeah.
their hearts, right?
yeah,
And it's like, wow, how that's the hardest part of something
and
like
this
this.
competition isn't about if someone doesn't win, then they're disappointed, and I'm not going to sing again. We don't. It's not about that. It's just giving the opportunity, to get out there and
Well, some
just
of the
get up
people
on
know
stage.
the other people. Maybe they've
Yeah.
gone to classes together, and some
Right.
of them, know these other people and know how hard they've worked, or maybe they even were in a show together or something, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
because some of these people, we saw last year Mappa, I think some Seabury Hall, and a couple other places really trained some good, talented singers. And you could see, and boy, I was just so, my heart felt good when I saw that this, in this day and age, when we talk about everything like, oh, it's all video games, it's all this, you're doing other stuff, that there were people who obviously cared enough to learn songs, to practice, rehearse, and to get it out, and that they had huge talent. And I've been in the music business for a long time, and I love music. I really, truly love music, and I love supporting people. But there's been a lot of talk in the biz about how music is kind of going away because CDs are not happening as much as they were. You can't sell as many as you did. It's getting harder and harder. Yet at the same time, if you watch like The Voice or if you watch American Idol, there are people out there that are amazingly talented.
Well, and I think talent, they're finding new avenues to get themselves out there. And just put videos on YouTube.
It's true.
And you can even make money with YouTube. I mean, you know, as a musician. So there's different ways nowadays. Unfortunately, with streaming and all of that, it's hindered musicians.
It has,
sadly, but there are
people
ways.
love talented young people.
Yes, and
you've got a lot better chance, right? If
yeah,
you're cute and talented,
keep giving the young people hope to just keep on.
Well, I
keeping
will
on.
bet you their parents, relatives, friends, tutors, that there'll be some video taking and probably some Facebook Live going on out there.
Yes, and we will have someone there taking video and posting on social media.
Is that you?
Not me. Well, I will be assisting with that, but we do have someone on site that will be doing that. So.
It's important.
Yeah.
It does help.
Yes.
Absolutely. And people who can't make it can watch. But we want to really encourage people to get out there and see. Your heart will feel good. You'll feel hope for the world. You know, you'll go, wow, you know, this is amazing. And, of course, the hardest part is the actual picking. Now, the thing is, there's great prizes for second and third as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you've got $500 for second?
Yes.
That's a great prize in itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And $300 for third.
Mm-hmm.
These are very generous prizes.
Yeah.
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 Truly, truly good gifts to give. And not only that, you know, building your platform, building your resume, building yourself up as a performer is really, really important. And if you can say you were picked, even as a nominee for Sing at Maui, if you're going to be going further with your career, that's something of value. If you can say you came in third, second, or if you came in first, that kind of stuff can give you the confidence to really want to pursue your singing career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the kids that audition did have, you know, things. They did. And they just try different competitions, and you know, But we didn't make our decisions necessarily based on that. Mm-hmm. But there were some that had that resumes and things.
The hard part is that it's just all between 10 and 18.
Yes.
So there's no breakdown in that category. So whether you're 18 or whether you're 10, you're all chosen on the quality of your voice.
Yes.
You know,
and age doesn't always matter. I mean,
no, that's true.
I mean, you get some younger ones that are they're awesome.
Well, like last year, I think he was, what was he, 12? I think he was 10.
Yeah, 13. I can't
young.
remember, but yeah.
Yeah, young. Yeah. And he won. So this is a chance for people to come out and get a chance to be hearing some excellent. Just imagine you're in the audience of The Voice, okay? That's what we want people to do. We want you to imagine that you're in the audience of American Idol or The Voice, and that you're there and you're blown away by how talented people on Maui truly, truly are. And that there's, kids out there that I will not be around when they grow up and have their singing career of one sort or another, you know. And you don't even know. You don't know if it's going to be a full-time career, but there's many people who can still sing and do other jobs and support themselves while they're going through. There's many musicians still on Maui that are doing a couple of jobs and doing a few things to get through.
Right.
But it's amazing to me when I do see talented singers like Mitch Keppa or Gina Martinelli, who will be the judges, how, you know, they are devoted and they're doing it because they love doing it. Mm-hmm. And they're very talented. And I always, you know, having been born in Hollywood and in Los Angeles and growing up in that, I always am amazed that some of the musicians stay here on Maui and not try to go to, you know, the big city and get a gig there or try to look for start. Well, you know, because everyone says you got to go to the city, you got to be with these people, and you got to get this. And I've known many musicians that made lifestyle choices to stay here and be on Maui and take a couple of jobs, and then go out and do singing, you know, gigs in different places, right? In
just
clubs
the
and things.
Lifestyle here is. It's so much better.
Well, I totally agree. That's why you and Rock are here, right?
That's why we're here. Yeah.
Rock could be in L.A. and doing his gig there and getting a lot of studio gigs there.
This is like home, so this is where we...
And that's also interesting, too, because when you think of how many great singers are here on Maui and performers,
There's
I mean,
it's
you know
amazing.
them all.
Yeah.
Rock's played with Mick Fleetwood and
Yeah.
Eric and Gretchen
Willie
and
Kay.
Dave Mason,
Yeah.
right, and Willie Kay, and has played with all these people who are chosen to be here because they want to be here. Who
That's
else
what
is here?
makes
This
Maui so
Carlos
great.
Santana
Yeah.
has a part-time
Oh,
home
yeah.
here. Pat Simmons of the Doobies has a place here, and who else? Many others
Willie
actually.
Nelson.
Yeah, of course, Willie.
Really?
Yeah. And so this is something that, you got to realize, hey, you can be a singer and do what you want to do and stay here and, get a gig at a hotel. Like Mitch Kepp is a great example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rock is.
Mitch works he works as a counselor in the day, helping kids, and then does his performing at night.
How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Huh?
He's
And Rock plays out there at Longy's on Friday nights in LaHaIna, right?
Yes, yeah.
And sometimes over there
At the yacht club
which is
in
pretty
LaHaIna.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I got a chance. He's got a recording studio, folks. He has a recording studio, and he knows how to use it. And so he can do recording right from his home. With the you have turkeys and geese.
Yeah, that's how
and
it's
cows
amazing
and-
nowadays with computers. And he records with Paul Hardcastle from London, and they've never met. They rarely speak. They
They
just
have never met.
not in person.
My gosh!
I mean, they've Skyped
and they've done like how many CDs together?
Oh,
Tons
I
of them,
don't know,
right?
I don't know, 10.
Wow.
10. I'm not sure.
And they've
No, I've
never
lost count.
actually met.
It's like they have the language of music, so
Uh-huh.
they just send files back and forth and do their thing.
And
it's
how
amazing.
many? There's like Billboard top.
I think they've had
releases?
14 #1 Billboard hits.
That's
so.
huge.
Yeah, so it's amazing though how nowadays studio work can be done just sending files by email, but I don't know. Times are changing, I guess.
Well, I think it was really encouraging when people saw Disney coming out and doing the show here and the making of a wonderful, talented young singer made it, right? That kind of thing inspires other people to have hope, that
Right.
that things like that can happen. And we are seeing some of that,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I that's part of the encouragement that young people get. Did the people who entered, were they doing mostly, did any of them do Hawaiian songs, or were they all trying to do copies of like hits?
It was amazing. There was quite a range. Like, let me think. One young guy sang like Frank Sinatra.
Really?
And he reminds me of Michael Bublé.
Really?
Yeah, he's like really amazing.
Isn't that interesting that
Yeah.
you'd have someone?
Yeah, he's
I find
really,
that
really.
very interesting. You want to
Or
sing
like
Frank
Nat
Sinatra?
King Cole, or
Wow,
like,
he's a crooner.
oh, he's amazing. Yeah, so it's exciting to have that. And then we had one young girl that sang Hawaiian music, and she was beautiful. And then what else do we have?
There's always
the
some that wanna do
Rihannas and that kind of thing. So just a real variety.
I'll see sometimes when I'm seeing some of these girls, they'll be doing all the moves that they see on the videos of the dancers
Right.
of these big stars.
Yeah.
They know. I mean, even at like 4 or 5 years old, you can see girls doing the exact moves that they're practicing that they've seen. You know what? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
right?
I do. I'm like,
It's like, well, they've got it down. They got it. It's like they've just been watching that video.
well,
over
last year we had a few of them that did the dance moves with the
Yes.
music, and that was amazing. So like they really put on a full performance.
Oh yeah.
So that we don't ask for that though, but
Well, I want to give a shout out and my mahalos to the teachers, because one thing that became apparent watching last year is that there's some. I mean, some kids were obviously watching YouTube, but you could tell the ones that have really done some training, and that the teachers had kind of guided them and developed them and given them encouragement. And if you didn't, I mean, I still can remember my teachers from high school. And I don't know, did you sing when you were young, didn't you? Did you sing some?
a little bit.
I mean, the teachers can make a huge difference in,
Oh, absolutely.
in a young person's life.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
And so
And-
if you have good teachers, and I know the
parents.
Grammys even have every year they have a teacher they pick every year as a music teacher
Oh, wow.
to recognize it. Yeah, which is a very nice thing to have.
Yeah.
because your music teacher, and I mean, I want to give shout outs to even Ruth at the Piano Conservatory. She's been teaching young pianists for years and years and years. And those music teachers make a huge, huge difference in a person's life. You know, in Bounty Music, I see some teachers down there that are amazing. Tom Conway taught for years and others. And those people really are there to help people. I was at an event at the Queen Kamanu Center, and I saw a very, very, very talented performer who was just like, wow, just because the teacher was really, really good, you know. These teachers, we can't underestimate how powerful they are. And the fact that in this day and age that there are even schools that are taking the time to have band lessons. I saw a band performance there with, I think they were juniors. They were just starting out in 8th grade or something. And it was the band had to be like 60 people.
Wow.
They played for Dikini Dikinde.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, those kids were practicing every single day. They were absolutely amazing. I mean, we have bands here on Maui that blow me away how talented these bands really are. So, you know, to me, music is like the most valuable thing. Music and art. I couldn't have gotten through school without music and art. There's no way I could have gotten through.
It's a huge part. It's like life. Yeah,
it is.
I agree.
So, and I know you're a major force, Shelley, behind Sing It Maui. So, and that in LahaIna Cannery Mall. And by the way, LahaIna Cannery Mall is gearing up for complete remodeling and going to be all done over too, huh?
Yeah. They don't have their exact dates when they're going to be finished, but they're well underway, and good things are going to be happening there, and it's going to look a lot newer, fresh, and it's going to be really positive for the community and just all the tourists coming in.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful. And they have, I think it's on, they have the, I know they got some talented things going on every Wednesday. They have a show going on there.
The hula?
At Center Stage, yeah. Yeah, and Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. They've got the hula as well. And they've got that. He's a very good Maui magician. I've seen him. And he's got interactive magic that happens there, too. So you can actually go to LahaInaCanneryMall.com to see their full schedule and see what's going on there as well. And I want to invite everyone to come out this Saturday. I'm going to be out there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about it, and I really hope that everyone can come out. We want to see a great crowd there this Sunday. It's from 3 to 5. And it's going to be very heartwarming and very exciting and really inspirational. So thank you for the hard work you put into making this happen.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it, Shelley.
I love it. Thank you for helping, too. It's going to be exciting.
It's a treat.
Yeah.
So we're going to see you this Saturday, Shelley. We want everyone to come on out and be a part of it. So thanks for coming in.
Thank you.